Day 296. Trying to think of something with the six. Kept coming up with kicking through the sticks or getting in all the kicks. Obviously, I didn't like it. So, figured I'd make a good laugh. With the day rating 7, which is nice. I feel like there was that 2-day struggle. Almost 3. It almost kicked into today as well. Of being a 6. And just fighting off that negativity, those depressive thoughts in your head. So it was nice to win one today, I think. Getting out of the 6s and the 7s is a win. I mean, it'd be nice to have more 8s and 9s, 10s, obviously, but still working on that, which is fine. Well, there'll be more to come. I think the fewer the 10s are, the more you can appreciate them, right? If every day was a 10, you're like, oh, it's a 10, it's a 10, it's a 10. But if it's a few times a year, you're like, wow, today was a 10. I just had a great time with friends. I learned something new. I met someone I never met before. I had this experience of a lifetime. I mean, that's a 10. Those are 10s. If I were to look back and say, what did you remember this last year? The 10s are the ones you want to, probably the first ones that pop in your head. Probably the next ones are the struggle points where you're like, oh, this hit me really hard, but you know what? There was another opposite of that. On the opposite side of the spectrum, there was a 10, and all of that affected me. This was affecting me even more in a positive way. So it's nice to get through that struggle, break out of the 6s, back into the 7s. I think, I don't know what the key was. I don't know if it was just, I don't know what the key factor was to trigger everything. Could be a little bit of the holidays. Could be a little bit of maybe it's the holiday. Well, okay, it's the holidays and I think time off. It's almost having too much time to think, as opposed to just going to work. You're almost forced to focus on work and reports and numbers and meetings and phone calls and logs. So I think getting away from that, your mind just kind of like, oh, we don't have to focus on that today. Let's focus on this other stuff we're still working through. Which is kind of another reason I don't like taking a lot of days off right now. I think even sick time, I have 142 hours at work available for sick time. But the vacation time, I normally save it up in hopes that I have the day off to do something. Not as in just like, I mean, there's a few rare days like I just need a mental day, or I have a friend or family member coming into town, or this day has a significance for me, which is kind of October 22nd for me. But also just, I want to have that time, I think, to go with someone or do something with someone where it's not just me. Because in me, I'll just get in my routine and I'll just go for a run, go to the gym, go see a movie. But I'd rather have that moment where someone's like in my life and saying, let's get out of town for the day. Let's just go on this hike up north. Let's just go check out this historic site over on the south side, or let's just drive 2 hours east and see if we can find a restaurant and see what happens and then drive 2 hours back. Something like that, just to get me out of that bubble. So I'm trying to be more optimistic to have the time for that, and instead of saying it's not going to happen, that's not me, it's not my routine. I'm trying to leave it open for that. As this year's winding down, I'm hopeful again for next year. Hopefully, pandemic stuff cools down. Right now, it's not looking good, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, the struggle and time off kind of connected right now, and I'm glad I kicked through it. But I think a big factor today was that I told myself, okay, let's do something else. Let's go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in I think it's been 2 weeks. I think I skipped last week, but I did 1 set of chin-ups, or 4 sets of chin-ups. And then the week before, I think I went to the gym once, and it was early in the week. So today I just said, let's get to the gym, let's try something new. It makes you feel strong, gets you out of your head. It shouldn't be too busy at all. I saw one of the guys there, I keep wanting to say his name is Jason. I feel like I could be screwing that up. But he's had some knee issues, and he's also a speaker. I guess he does like voiceover work for, I'm not sure if it's videos. But I need to talk to him about it again. It sounded really cool. I mean, the way he talks, he really projects, and he enunciates well. And he's got a clear, good voice to get your attention. So whatever he's saying, whether he's trying to motivate you to lift more, or just talking it to you, with you, it just like you're engaged. Like, man, this guy's presenting something that I want to hear. So, and he said he's taking speaking classes and those kind of things to help him get to that level. And it makes sense because there's a noticeable difference. So it was cool to chat with him, even for a minute today. And it was also good to see him outside the cast, because that cast, it was a big bulky thing. To see him without it is a good sign that he's recovering, doing well, doing some kind of physical therapy to work through it. As far as the lifts go, try to get back into the routine, and for a few weeks I'm trying to break it up again. Started with the planks and then side twist, like side planks. Then did the incline bench with 45 weights. And then did walking lunges. It was about at least 7 or 8 in each leg, and then back 7 or 8. Did that 3 times. Did all those 3 times. Well, so there and back, there and back, there and back. So kind of did it 6 times. But did each of those list 3, and then I went downstairs, did the chin-ups. So first set was planks, incline bench with 45 pounds, and then chin-ups. It's weird, for some reason all these are the chin-ups, I always feel like I'm not going to make it. And then that second or third set, it's like, you know what, you've done this 40, 50, 60 times before. Get up there and do what you can. Get to 10, get to 10. And so far I've been able to do it, but for some reason those have always been intimidating for me, chin-ups and pull-ups. So I'm still surprised, no matter how many times I do them, that I can still do it. I kind of walk away like, I just did that, that's cool. So I think that's why I keep doing those. It gives me that mental strength that I need. Hopefully physical strength too, but mental is a big key right now. See, then I did, after those sets, I did skull crushers, standing row, and I think I just did those 2. And then I went and did chest fly and bicep curls. And then I did 1 tricep extension in the end because I wasn't ready to go yet. But I needed that mental workout today. A physical workout to work on the mental. And that helped get me out of my head. And then I went to a massage at MB, not to get a massage, but to freeze my account because I haven't been going. And every time I do try to go, they say we're booked up. There's no one available. And I asked to possibly transfer credits. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to I've got probably 12 credits in there for 12 hours worth of massages. It's like, let me just cash them out and I'll give him away his credits for Christmas. And he said, oh, for every one you want to transfer, it's $10. What? Like, no, I'm just going to freeze it and I'll figure out how to get through them all later. And so I did that, then came back, made a quick protein drink just with water and the blueberry muffin mix. Walked the pup for about 25 minutes. Came back, made some chicken sausage links. Then just relaxed for a bit. I should have showered and cut my hair. I don't know why that kind of slipped out. I just kind of said, no, I'm done mentally for the day. Or no, sorry. I came back from the gym and just got out of the car, turned on the watch and said, let's go. So I got in 5 miles. I don't think it was that terribly fast. Oh, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. 6.1. Come on, load. Average pace was, I think it was 7:24. So first mile was 7:51, then 7:27, 7:27, 7:19, 7:17, and 7:13 for the last one. So that was nice. I told myself, come back, let's get in at least 4, hopefully 5. And then I got it in 5. I was like, you know what, if I add on this small piece here, small piece here, it'll put me right around 5.4 or 5.5. So if I come back to the complex and I'm still feeling good and I'm rolling, not having any issues, I can finish 6. But I need to kind of get to that 5.5 first. And so that extra little chunk in the middle of the run helped. Then I came back. Then I did the protein drink, walked the pup, came back, ate the sausage links, and then kind of mentally powered down for a bit. And it's funny, I didn't kind of get booted back up until about 4 hours later and said, let's get something to eat. And I had put chicken in the crock pot around 10 o'clock today, 10:30. So the chicken was nice and good, and moist, not dry. It was easy to tear apart. Just put on that low cook for 8, 9, 10 hours, which was great. Put a little cilantro lime glaze marinade on it. That's it. It's a marinade. And then I cooked some white rice, and then I had that fajita mix. I thought about boiling them. I just said, nah, just chop them up a little bit, throw it in almost as like a rice bowl, and that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And I did that, and had some chocolate almonds, did some dishes, played with the dog for a little bit, had a few friends text me. I had a phone call from a friend, and we had just been talking about a lot of stuff in the last probably 2 or 3 months, and then they just kind of said, hey, I've been meaning to talk to you about some stuff, and right now I'm working through a lot, and I need to, how do they say, just kind of work on it alone, and I need to, in their terms, detox myself from these relationships. So I'm a little bit shocked in a way. I hadn't heard from him this morning, and normally be like, hey, how's it going? Good morning. How's work going? What are you doing today? And send like a little joke here and there. And when they called, they were a little emotional about it. They just need to work through some stuff. And so I just wanted to ask, did I say something, do something? Like, no, it's not you, it's me. I said, okay, well, thank you for at least telling me that. I'd rather you tell me that so I don't kind of have in my head that I did something and never know. I said, no, I adore you. Right now, I just need to do some stuff on my own. Some self-reflecting, self-development. I said, okay, best of luck, here for you. Please don't ever feel like there's a timeline where if I don't hear from you in a week or month that I'm cutting you out. I'm here for you. Just feel free to call and text when you're ready. Oh, that kind of sucked. I feel like that's the 4th kind of relationship that's kind of almost lost this year. I don't know if it's entirely my fault for all of them. I'm sure on some level it is. I had something to do with it, one way or another. The percentage of it, I don't know. But, trying to work through things, and then other things can sometimes be out of your control. But I'm gonna keep working. On the other side of things, tomorrow's track workout. It's 12:12 right now. Gotta go back to work tomorrow, so I need to wind down, go to bed, which is hence the low light again. I massage the legs already. Still dealing with the hamstring issue. Hopefully tomorrow's workout is nice and relaxed. I'm worried that not a lot of people are going to show up. Kind of like on Monday, there's only 20 people. I feel like there might only be 10 or 12 people tomorrow, which should be okay as long as we can get in a workout, get in a run, and then I can relax the rest of the day. And should be seeing The Matrix tomorrow, the new one. So on the brighter side, there's stuff there still, and we'll build on that. We're gonna read and call it a night. Go from there. So still working through some stuff. But run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.